Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Etheria restart video. So in today's video, guys, we are on the free to play, but we're not really giving a recap. What we're doing is having a little bit of a discussion video because in doing this free to play account, I wanted to see with my prior knowledge on my main account, starting since launch, and also doing one or two of the betas. I wanted to see how far you could get without hitting, a major plateau or roadblock. And up until this point, it's been smooth sailing for me. I know some people get stuck a little bit before this or whatever, which is okay, especially if you're starting out. But I really feel that getting up to mythic shells, which is Nico Nana, Farming Nightmare, and achieving Hell 1 in the Threshold dungeons for Terramatan and Doki, I think this is perfectly achievable after 7 days. Now, that's if you're grinding a lot, right? That means if you're max refreshing your energy all the time and you're just constantly farming, you're upgrading things uh, that you know are going to help you progress, whether it's your main DPS, some of these really strong, rare characters that I've talked about in past videos, they're really going to help you progress in your account. Now, if you take little side roads or you're swerving a little bit, it's okay. Maybe you're not as far as this, where I've kind of streamlined these things from my prior knowledge. But once you get to Hell 1, this is where the real bottleneck happens. Because in order to beat Hell 1, you do need a couple things, right? You need some high level shells, maybe one or two mythic shells, and then you need a lot of investment into some outstanding gear, right? The outstanding level of gear, not this gear is outstanding. After that, this only gets you so far. You can have some minor incremental things happen, like with passive rolls on your shells. You can have more upgraded shells where maybe your passives aren't great, but the shell itself has been an upgrade from maybe the epic shell. Your prowess materials, all of these things will give you minor bits of progression. But the only way to really jump into the next stage, which is like Hell 2, you need to start upgrading that outstanding gear to mythic gear. And as you see here, I'm doing a 8 run right now, and I've won 3 times, and I've only gotten outstanding gear. Now, I might have some decent drops like this one. It's still not worth it to level up for me. I need to get the mythic pieces to make sure that I increase my win rate here and then also have the option to possibly beat Hell 2 once we start upgrading everyone into the mythic pieces. But this will just take a long time. Right now, I've run this for at least a day and I haven't gotten any piece. Not one piece that I can upgrade uh, on my Leon, which is the key thing that we're looking for here. We need to increase her damage output in order to jump into Hell 2, because at this stage in the game, this is where the boss just starts hitting a lot harder the more turns he takes. It's the same thing with all of the threshold dungeons, as well as the Grim Pursuit dungeons. All of the bosses, they just gain damage output over time. So you need to keep pace. And if you don't, you're going to die. So it doesn't matter how tanky you are, that's what needs to happen. So this is where the bottleneck happens. And for someone like me who's played before and kind of knows the process, this is fine. Like I know I'm going to be stuck here, and it's just how the game is. The problem is whenever you have new players coming in and they're having a lot of fun progressing and slowly creeping up and getting better modules and better shells and all those things, that's fun until you hit a bottleneck where you can be in here for a week and not have any progress. A lot of those players will just quit. And I hate that. That stinks because I want more players to continue playing the game and progressing and continuing to grow and investing in this game and giving the game money. so that they can keep making new content. And without that, it just becomes an issue. So, one of the things that I've recommended in the past, which I believe will make a huge difference, is on these weekly quests, you need to put a 2x kind of token where you can turn it on and off whenever you're in game to get double the drops. I know that the devs recently, announced that there's going to be a 4x kind of event this upcoming weekend, which is great. But those events are only like every 4 to 6 weeks. So imagine someone starting the game right after that. They've done everything like me and they get up to Hell 1 or Nico Nana after a week. They have to wait 3 or 4 weeks until that event comes back out to where they can see a lot of progression growth. Like I'm going to see it on this account once that 4x event happens because I can run Doki Doki and I can run Terramaton uh, on that 4x and just burn through a bunch of energy and maybe get like 3 or 4 pieces. And I'll feel like my account progressed. But some of those people are going to have to wait. And that is just not okay. I think they really need to release that 2x kind of token where it's not just threshold, it's not just investigation or GP outpost, but you'll be able to use in Grim Pursuit too. The other thing that I really believe can be a good win for developers to make people feel like they're not as plateaued on the threshold Hell 1 kind of bottleneck is they can start putting mythic pieces of gear into this hyperlink charter. Man, I can't tell you how big of a difference this would make, even if it's just for Leon, right? Like on this Animus Fate hyperlink charter section, instead of giving you two reconfig chips, like I don't even know what this is, uh, start putting mythic pieces in here. Especially at this stage where you need to reach level 45, you need to be farming Doki Doki Hell 1. Like, let's put a mythic weapon in here. Let's put a mythic right side piece where it's just like, oh, okay, once I get this piece, once I get to level 45, then I'm going to get this piece that will really help me beat Terramaton Hell 1. Whether it's crit rate or crit damage or attack percentage with, really nice substats. I think that goes a long way. And also, why not put, a mythic shell in here either? It takes so much to level up the mythic shells already. If you can get a mythic shell with the ideal kind of matrices on there, that's half the battle. So I think they need to start putting in those pieces here that will help players continue to progress in those hell stages. Outside of that, yes, the grind is a thing, but if you just have the 2x token to maximize on your time instead of forcing players to play on a weekend for a 2x where you just feel like your account won't get any progress unless you play that event on that weekend, I think it's just going the wrong direction. So, yeah, the two things that I really think need to happen here is that 2x token and they need to start including mythic pieces of gear and mythic shells uh, in this hyperlink charter. Like put the mythic shells with like upgrade material to level up those shells. What I mean is like how they did this on uh, like the Inferno stages. What they started to do was they added these dream bars, right? Which you could sell for more training data. What they need to have is some kind of dummy item that they give away in the shell tuning thing, where if they give you your White Fang mythic shell, then they give you these dummy items where you use them to level up your uh, White Fang shell that they gave you. So you're increasing it with the training data. And then once you get to the stage where it goes from 10 to 20, you just use that dummy material to upgrade it. But like, this is something that needs to happen. 25,000 Etheria coin is doing nothing for anybody. A 3-star shadow print is doing nothing. 50 hydro crystals is doing nothing for anyone. You need to give this hyperlink charter an upgrade to also help with the bottlenecks, or people are just going to leave. They're going to continue leaving. Uh, if I told you that you need to farm Nico Nana for 3 weeks and you need to farm Hell 1 for, 2 to 3 weeks, if there's no 2x event and you need to max refresh in order to continue your account progression, I think a lot of people are going to be like, no, I'm okay. I'm just going to go play some kind of casual game where I can log in for an hour, have a lot of fun, and progress a little bit each day. That's great for me. Where with this game, you're not going to do that. So, look, like another mythic piece, this just does nothing for me. So, the grind continues. Uh, anyway, that's all I had. Just a little discussion on something that I get a little concerned about with newer players being stuck in this area. I've seen a lot of it. I've seen comments where people are, like level 50, so 9 levels higher than me, and they still haven't even beaten L1. So, yeah, like that's an issue. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Hope you're having a great day. Catch you on the next one. See ya.